Hi everyone, my name is Mahmoud Sheikh and from past few videos I have been working on developing an online budget system using PHP and MySQL database. In my last video I completed the functionality of displaying this admin on the right side of a navigation bar whenever admin logs in, and I also discuss about restricting unauthorized user to access the dashboards, and I also completed designing this sidebar. And in this video I will discuss about creating these different files like add department php file, add department head php file, allocate budget file. Okay, and I will also discuss about developing the functionality of adding department. So before coming to our topic, I just want to tell you that if you guys like this video, then click on like button, share it with your friends, and if you guys have not subscribed this channel, then subscribe it. Okay, so now let us start our discussion. So to create the files we just need to go to our editor. So here, as you can see, I had created this admin sidebar, okay, in our last video. Now I need to create these files like add department php file, add department head php file. So now let's right click and then click on new file, save it as add department.php, and we also need to create allocate budget file, save it, allocate budget php. Okay, and then I want one more file which is add department head php, and I want one more file which is view employees php, employees. Okay, and I want to create add department employee file as well. Right click and save it as add department employee php file. Okay, now I have created all the required files. So now let's come first to this add department file. So here we need to copy the same code of dashboard. Okay, I'll just copy and I will paste it here, save it, and here as well, save it, here in the allocate budget page as well, save it. Okay, and then in view employees as well. Okay, okay, so we need to refresh this our project. Okay, refresh, and now I need to create an active link. So to create the active link, whenever I click on any of this list item, I want that list item to be selected. So we need to make that list or the selected list item as the active list item. So to create that I will use JavaScript code. So here first the script tag, and then I will use the neo class. Okay, as you can see here I have given a class as neo, so that neo item will come in the place of class, and this neo view employees gets appended to neo item. Okay, and whichever list item I will be clicking, a class active gets appended to that list item. Okay, so now let's refresh, and when I click on add department, okay, it's giving me an error. It's saying that add department is not present. Okay, so now let's come here and change it to add department, because I have a file with the name add department. So let's go back and refresh, and now when I click on department, you can see it has redirected me to department file. Okay, so now let's put a message here. So now let's refresh. Okay, now you can see when I click on department list item, that list item color gets changed. Okay, now this list becomes an active item. Okay, when I click on department head, so here as well I will change the name, add department head, allocate budget, okay, and then add department employee. Yes, okay. So now let's go back, refresh, and when I click on add department head view gets loaded. And when I click on allocate budget, so allocate budget view gets loaded. Now you can see allocate budget list item is become the active list item. Okay, so now this one, add department emp. Okay, add department, add department emp. Okay, refresh, and now when I click on add employee to department, that view gets loaded, and view employees, I need to change view employees, save it. Okay, yes. Now let's right click on this and click on inspect, and now you can see, now I have selected view employees list item, and now it becomes an active list item. So because of this jQuery code, I have added the active class to this new item. Whichever list item I will be clicking on, this active class gets added to that list item. Okay, so here I have created an active class inside our CSS file, style.css file. Yes, yes, here you can see I have an active class which has the background and color, and that active class gets appended to the selected list item. Now I will start discussion on adding the department in our system. We need to go to our add department PHP file. In our 9 column div, we need to create a panel. Okay, so this panel is having a class of panel default, and we need to create the panel heading and panel body. Okay, so let's refresh. Okay, so here we have created the panel header and a body, and now we need to create a label and a text box inside the form. So first we will be creating a 6 column div. Okay, and then a form with a method post, and action is add department.php. So we are sending a post request to the same add department PHP file. Next, we will create a div with a class of form group to display a label of enter department and an input text box. Let's save it. Okay, and next we need to create a submit button. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, so whenever I click on add department button, a post request gets submitted to the same add department PHP file. Okay, so we need to write down the PHP code now. So let's come here. Okay, and we will use an if condition. Here I'm checking if the submit post request is successfully been made on this add department file, then I will take the department name from the text box and store that information in this department name variable. Okay, then before inserting the department, I need to check whether the department which I'm trying to insert is already present in the MySQL table or not. So to check that, we need to first get the data from the department table. That's what I'm doing here. I'm checking whether the department which I'm trying to insert is already present or not by executing this select query, and in that select query I'm passing the department name which user enters inside the text box. And here I'm checking if I find a row present inside my MySQL table, then it will return me 1. In that case, I will display a message as department already exists. Otherwise, I will write an insert SQL query to insert the data inside the MySQL table, and then I will display a message as a department added successfully on the screen. So now I need to display these messages, department already exists and department added successfully messages on the screen. So we need to display this message array by using for loop. Okay, so now let's save this code and refresh. Okay, and I will click on add department. Now you can see it's displaying me a message as department added successfully. So I have given the styling to this message. So you can see I have a class with a name as message, and I have written the CSS for that message here. I have given it a border and margin and padding, and then I have given it a font size as 15 pixel. Now let's see. Okay, now I will click on department. Now you can see one department gets added. Similarly, I will enter remaining departments. Okay, and then I will enter security, marketing. Okay, yes, all 6 departments gets inserted. Now we have completed developing the feature of add department in our application, and in the next video we will discuss about assigning the department heads to various departments. So I hope you guys have understood how to develop this feature, and if you like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.